In this session, we will discuss trigonometry from additional mathematics course. Uh, uh, in this session, we will start chapter 9, and in a trigonometric relation, we actually deal with sine, cosine, and tangent functions and inverse of these functions. So in this session we will see 30 degree, 45 degree and 60 degree relation of sine, cosine and tangent. So 30 degree is equivalent to pi by 6 because 180 degree is equal to pi. So 30 degree becomes pi by 6, 45 degree is pi by 4 and 60 degree is pi by 3. So in an isosceles triangle, so this is isosceles triangle, we have this unit 1 and unit 2. So if we take the Pythagoras theorem, then it becomes 1 square and 1 square is equal to this square. So take square of this and then under root, then we get this value here. So this is a relation and this is 45 degree, 90 degree in a right angle triangle. So if we take the sine 45 degree, then it becomes the opposite side of this angle to the hypotenuse. So this is the biggest side. So we have this value 1 over under root 2. If we take the cosine, we take the adjacent side and this hypotenuse. So this is 1 over under root 2. And if we take the tangent, then we take the opposite side and this base, adjacent side, and this is 1 over 1, which is 1. So this 45 degrees pi by 4, so this is again 1 by 2. 45 degrees pi by 4, so 1 over under root 2. So tangent 45 degrees 1 and take this. So this is simple case of 45 degree. So we have deal with this 45. Now let's go to the 60 degrees. So we have this triangle in isosceles triangle. If we take this side as well, and if we take this side unit is 2 and this side length is also 2, this side length is also 2, then if we take the half of this, then it becomes 2 over 2, which is 1. So this length is only 1 unit, and by using this and this we can get this side, length of this side. So this becomes 2 square minus 1 square is equal to under root. So this becomes 4 minus 1 is equal to under root 3. So this side is under root 3 by using Pythagoras theorem. So if we take sine 60, then it becomes opposite side and then base. So this is under root 3 upon 2. If we take cosine 60 degree, then it becomes 1 over 2, which is this. If we take tangent 60, then it becomes under root 3 upon 1, which is under root 3. So similarly, if we take sine 30 degree, this side, this is opposite side is this 1 over 2. So sine 30 degree perpendicular, this side it becomes perpendicular with reference to this side 30 degree, this upon this. So this is 1 upon 2. If we take the 30 degree cosine, then this is base with this angle, so under root 3 upon 2, which is here. If we take tangent, then it becomes opposite and adjacent, so 1 over under root 3. So this is 30 degree 1 over 2. So this is simple. So we have already obtained this. So 60 degrees pi by 3, 60 degrees pi by 3, 60 degrees this, 30 degrees pi by 6, 30 degrees pi by 6 and 30 degrees pi by 6, which is again this. So from this two relation, this is an isosceles triangle or a equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle, we have obtained this 45 degree, 30 degree and 60 degree relation of sine, cosine and tangent. Now we are improving it to other values. So we have taken all the angles from 0 to 360 degree and corresponding radians values. 0 degrees 0 radian, 30 degrees pi by 6 as we already have seen it in earlier pages. So 45 degrees pi by 4, 60 degrees pi by 3, 90 degrees pi by 2, 120 degrees 2 pi by 3, 135 degrees 3 pi by 4, 155 pi by 6, 180 degrees pi, 227 pi by 6. Similarly 225 pi by 5 pi by 4, this is 4 pi by 3, 270 degrees 3 pi by 2, and 300 is 5 pi by 3, 315 is 7 pi by 4, 330 degree is 11 pi by 6, and 360 is 2 pi. Because 180 is pi, so 360 is 2 pi. So we, with the angle of 30 degree, we have accept this at this value, where we have taken the difference of 15 degree, because this 45 degree is also very important. Similarly, at this relation 120 to 135, we have this again, we have a 45 degrees with the x-axis, so this is 15 degree difference. We will show it on the graph. So this is sine values, corresponding sine values is 0, 0, 30 degree 1.5, 45 degrees 1 over under root 2, 60 degrees under root 3 by 2, 90 degrees 1, 120 degrees under root 3 by 2, 135 1 over under root 2, 150 is 1 over 2, 180 is 0. Similarly 210 minus 1 over 2 minus 1 over 2, 1 over 2, and this is 225 is minus 1 over under root 2, 240 is under root minus under root 3 by 2, 270 minus 1, 300. Similarly this one. Now we have obtained all these values from 0 to 360, and corresponding sine values are given here. And similarly for cosine values for this radian or this degree, we have obtained these values. We can see that from 90 degree, the relation obtained after 90 degree, we can place all these values here, from 1 under root 3 by 2, 1 over under root 2, 1 over 2, 0. So this is all the same. So this is just a 90 degree shift. Similarly, by the tangent relation, sine over cosine, we take this ratio of these two, 0 upon 1 is 0, 1 over under root 3 upon 2 is 1 over under root 3. If we divide this 1 over 2 by this one, we will get this. If we divide 1 over under root 2 by 1 over under root 2, we will get 1. If we divide this by this, we get this. Similarly, 1 divided by 0 is infinity, and after 90 degree, the x value becomes, sine becomes, cosine becomes negative. So we get this negative values as well also. So we will see on the graph. Similarly, for 120 degree, this relationship is the same until we get this. Now we will plot all the sine, cosine and tangent function. Now let's see this on this graph of we have this 0 degree to 360 degree. After this is 30 degree. So at this 30 degree, we have this 0.5. At 45 degree, we have 0.707, which is equivalent to 1 over under root 2. At 60 degree, we have 0.866, which is under root 3 by 2. At 90 degree, we have 1. At 120 degree, again we have the same value. We can verify it on the graph. At 60 degree, we have under root 3 upon 2. At 120 degree, we have under root 3 upon 2. This is same, which is also available here on this. Similarly, on this 45 degree, at 135 degree, we have the same value, 0.707 under root 1 over under root 2. At 45 degree, we have 1 over under root 2 for sine values, and at 135 we have again 1 over under root 2. So at this is 135 degree, this is 150 degree. At 150 degree we have value half, 0.5, which is 1 over 2. So similarly for 180 degree, at 180 degree we have 0. We can see it from here. At 150 we have 1 over 2. At 30 degree we have 1 over 2. At 180 we have 0. And similarly for this is 210, this is 240, this is 225, this is 225. At 225 we have this value 0.707. At 225 we can see 225 minus 1 over 2. So at 225 minus 1 over 2. At this value we have minus 0.866 minus under root 3 upon 2, and at this value we have minus 1. Again at 300 we have this minus under root 3 upon 2, and this is minus 1 over 1 upon under root 2. This is minus half, this is 0. So from this table we can see, if we can read this graph, sine function always plot like this. This is 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, 90 degree, 120 degree. 120 degree and 60 degrees are same. At 45 degree and 135 we have same value. At 30 degree and 150 degree we have same value. So this is 180 minus this. If we take this 180 degree minus this one, we will get this degree. 180 degree this minus this, we will get this value. 180 degree minus this, we will get this value. This is 60 degree. 180 minus 60 degree is 150 degree. 135 minus 180 minus 135 is 45. 180 minus 150 is 30 degree. So this is simple sine plot, and at this degree similarly we will plot this in the reverse direction like this. So this is simple. So if we plot cosine, we will see that this is plotting similarly from this. We start from here because this is a 90 degree shift, so we'll start from here. Cosine starts from here and this part becomes here. So at 0 degree cosine gives 1. At 0 degree we get 1 and then changes. This is from the table. We can plot it like this. So this is, if we cut this part and place it here, then it becomes sine. So sine and cosine functions always limits from 0 to minus 1. Minus 1 to plus 1. This is the boundary. Similarly for this sine as well. From minus 1 to plus 1. If we have no coefficient here, this is 1. Since sine, coefficient of sine is 1. So it will plot like this, and by the ratio of this sine and cosine we can plot tangent. So tangent is plot like this. So from 0 to 90 degree, this is 90 degree. So from 0 to 90 degree it goes to the infinity, and after 90 degree it starts from the minus 90, and then 180, at 180 it becomes 0 and then place again. At 270 it reaches to the plus infinity, and after 270 it starts from the negative side as well. So it reaches here. So this is the graph of tangent. At this is reaching to the plus 90 degree, and after 90 degree it starts from this negative side. Yes, this is the plot.